much noise in this age. These are the things you have to do. Otherwise, your spiritual pouring will just be a waste. It's very important. Now, the next thing is journaling. Please, journaling is a must-have. Whether your child, and please, all of this, please watch the videos, because this thing I'm talking about, you're saying, oh, my child is 2, my child is 5. This principle applies to every child. So when you see the videos tomorrow, you know how to apply it to your child. Now, for people with young children, you call it drawing journal. When you finish teaching them, tell them, draw what you learned. Remember, you're staying on a Bible verse for a week, so you're not saying so many things. And you know the beautiful thing, every day when you teach that same Bible verse, it comes afresh and new with different, because it's the Spirit of God. So for children between the ages 2 to 6, tell them to draw what you learned. And then what do? These are spiritual legacies that you're keeping. When I teach children, I teach with example. Now these are journals. Part of what you're going to do now is that you're going to go out of your way to buy journals for your children. So many adults, they go to church, they don't keep a journal. That is why they are not renewed. That's why they are not transformed. Journaling is a spiritual practice. Journaling is a spiritual practice. The church will not teach your child. When you teach it at home so well, when the child knows that anytime you hear God, it's actually a command. He says, whatever I've told you, write it down. It's a biblical principle. So you tell the child, you introduce the child, God said we should write it down. Write it down. Then when you, please do not get them journals. Let me have this. Please do not get them journals that you got from weddings. All of those boring journals that you got from weddings. It has to be something interesting. Things like this. Something that is hardcover. Very hard. Don't get them anything spiral. Something, maybe an advert you got from somewhere. No. They're spiritual things. You have to package in such a way that they respect it and they see that it's important to you. These are beautiful journals. We recommend this. These are journals. You have to invest in your children's spiritual life. Go out. There are so many shops where they have beautiful journals. Now, when the journal is beautiful, they are able to write. They want to write in it. Teach them to journal. So many of the great men, you're preparing a child for destiny. So many of the great men and women you see today is from journaling. The daily devotionals you read from people, these are people's journal that have been converted into books. You don't know who your child is going to be. And then again, as the children grow, over the years, you're building a spiritual legacy for them. You're building spiritual legacies. A child came to me the other day, she's 23. She said, Chineke, I found the journal I used when I was 8 in Word Center. She's now 23. If your children are young, tell them to draw. In drawing, this is what journaling does. Now, when you're teaching them, please, they shouldn't journal. After the family Bible study, you now say write. Now, when they are writing, they are trying to recollect everything you taught. Please, these are the things they are going to grow with later. You're not just teaching for now. You're not just teaching for now. Then life application. Please, can you mute whatever is happening there? We're going to show you, and then pray with the word. Because of time, I'm not able to share that. Please, I want to encourage you to get our books. We're going to put out the books. Because of time, I can't share that. Then midweek research. Midweek research is a must. Midweek, what do? You go to midweek services. We don't take our children. They are also souls. So what do you do every midweek? You say to them, bring out your journal. Go back and revisit everything you did in the course. If you don't do this as a spiritual principle, when they grow, they're only going to be writing in journals and they're not going to be reading. They will write and they will not read. If the child if you have children between ages 2 to 6, on midweek, you say to the child, show me what you do. Tell me about it. It is work. It is work. But I want to tell you that nothing can be more fulfilling than when you see your child bloom spiritually, than when you start discussing spiritual things with your 8-year-old, with your 14-year-old, with your 17-year-old. Once you're able to put all of these things in place, they have journals, they have a Bible that they enjoy, they have their God's corner, you have family Bible study time, you are intentional. Naturally, the Spirit enters them. And then another must have is cyber fast. In this age, cyber fast is more effective. It's more effective than food fast. You must teach your children to have cyber fast. Cyber fast is when you go off all gadgets. Now, when you come to every generation, you act. That is why you have to be creative. That is why you need the wisdom of God. You act based on what is happening in that age. A child in this age would rather go hungry, but don't tell them to get away from their phone or from their gadgets. So that is why you have to teach them cyber fast. Now, what do you do with the cyber fast? Once a week, you pick a day, like once a week, where this day, everybody's going off cyber. From maybe 6 in the morning to 3 o'clock, you call it cyber fast, especially for teenagers. Why? If they don't shut down, there's too much noise. Because when they grow, they won't be able to put that practice. But if it's something you put inside of them, when they now grow, and do you know the funny thing? Some parents started and they said it was so, but now it's an automatic, beautiful thing in their homes. The children know it.